Hello everybody, my name is Disuko, and welcome back to another video on the Disuko Flips YouTube channel, and in this one we have something very cool to check out in this box right here. This is a passaround balisong from a brand you might recognize. You can see right there on the package, this is a package from BRS. And that is because they have a new balisong coming out soon that I'm very excited to check out. Shout out to Pyro Flipper for hosting this pass-around. I just happened to be the first person in the pass-around, hence I got it straight from BRS. But yeah, we are going to check out this balisong. I'll give my first opinions on it, and you know what? It's been a while since I did a balisong video, so let's do some flipping with it as well. And I suppose we can just tear into this. With my LDY Orion 1.5, and there was a piece of paper in there that I completely destroyed with that knife. Oh my god, there's a little critter! We have a critter on this page. Okay, cool. So this has come with some spec sheets on it. Let's get it out of the box. Well, out of the package at the very least. I'll set it right here. This is the BRS Evolve Hex. Alright, it says, huge thanks team, sneak peek at the awesome BRS Evolve Hex. Got a very confident opening line there. We wanted to give you a massive thank you for diving in and creating content with our brand new BRS Evolve Hex. We're so grateful for your enthusiasm and hard work. Here's a little more details about this exciting flipper. Handle material, 7075 aluminum slabs, very cool to see. Hardware uses T10 Torx screws and a T8 Torx Zen pin. Screw-in Zen pins are certainly a choice. Stainless steel non-live blades. It was a stainless steel trainer blade. Durable stainless steel spacers. Very cool. 3.5 ounces. Very light. I like that. Light and sandwiched. It's one of my favorite combinations of balisong specs. Pivots and bushings. Cool. Okay. So important notes. Says these aren't Loctited, so feel free to add your preferred thread locker once you've got it tuned just the way you like it. And these are samples in production. The final version will have a few minor tweaks to make the tune even better. You might need to gently snug up the screws when you first get it. Also, don't hesitate to add your favorite blade oil. Pricing and availability, we're aiming for a street price of $89.99. This is the price you'll be able to see listed and be able to purchase it for sale directly on our site. That is a very good price point that I'm very excited to see, especially with these specs. It seems very good for $90, but I suppose we will see once we have it unboxed. While the MSRP might sometimes look a little higher, rest assured that you'll be able to snag these directly from us for around $90. And we're keeping a close eye on tariffs, but the goal is to stick around a $90 price point. That is very valid. I also have hardware packs available on our website for your convenience. The Evolve line has tons of potential for future expansion at a comfortable pace, and just a heads up, we also have a channel version of this product in the works, but it's just a few months away from full production. Very cool. I am a fan of sandwich over channel personally, so I am excited to see how the sandwich version is, but the channel version is also interesting. Thanks again for taking a look and all your incredible work. Please hold on to this sample, as it's yours to keep, keeping in mind that it's a pre-production model, but very close to the final feel and tune. We're hoping for a release date as soon as possible, within the next 60 days. Okay, I'm assuming I don't get to keep this one, because this is on pass-around from Pyro Flipper, but I will reach out and figure that out. Alright, and let's get this guy unboxed. We have a sliding... Oh, it goes like that, I see. Very strange. We have a little sliding thing. And here is the BRS Hex Evolved. We have a rules and engagement. We have some warranty card stuff going on there. Nothing else in the box other than the Hex Evolve itself. Let's get it out of this bubble wrap. Ooh, wow. I really like the way that looks. That is really cool. The hexagon pattern is very neat. And the non-anodized aluminum, also very cool. Oh, it looks very nice. I'm excited to check this out. The screw-in Zen pins, I don't know how to feel about, but feeling the hand right out of the box, it feels very good. Some of these corners are a little sharp. I'm assuming, just to keep the price point down, they're doing pretty limited, post-processing on these. They're kind of just tumbled handles. I haven't really seen this type of look on an aluminum balisong before. Especially with the handles not being anodized even, it looks like. at least anodized with color. They're just like stonewashed, which has a really cool industrial look to it. That's for sure very cool. And the weight is very nice. How does it compare up to something like the Nautilus in terms of length? Yeah, so it's reasonably long. Just a little bit more than my LDY Orion, which is another cheap balisong that has 70-75 aluminum handles, sandwich handles. Very similar design there. And I really like the Orion, so I'm excited to see how this compares. Yeah, I suppose let's move somewhere else and give it a little flip. Alright, I've scooched us over a little bit. We are now facing the desk so I can just get a little bit of a wider shot. And I also have my microphone right here next to the Evolve Hex so you can hear what it sounds like. Alright, so this is out of the box. I haven't oiled it or tightened the screws or anything. I really like the way it feels so far. The handles are incredibly grippy. I imagine not having that additional like bead blast or anodized layer. If it's not anodized, it could be anodized, but just not in color. Adds a significant amount of grip, which is very cool. I really like to feel that. It feels very different from a lot of other aluminum trainers that I've tried, and especially this blade is very cool looking. Tell you what, let's throw some oil on it, and we will see how it flips then. Although right off the bat, I am really into this. It's a very cool balisong. Got some oil here. This is the Canto Group Winter Scent. Shout out to Canto for sending this over to me to use on my balisongs and in content. Very good oil. If you want to pick it up, I'll put a link down in the description for Canto Group. Shilling aside, Canto oil is genuinely some of my favorite oil, even if they hadn't sent it over for review, so highly recommend. Something that I find really interesting is this hexagon motif they have kind of throughout the whole balisong. Especially interesting to me is the tops of the handles around where the screws are hexagonal as well, which is a really cool design. I feel like, God, almost every balisong I've ever had has been fully kind of rounded on the handle slabs at the top. It's really cool to see that design choice to have it kind of slanted like that with the hexagonal shape. Let's work the oil in there a little bit. Has a little bit of wiggle, but it's not doing much tap. Here's the play. Once again, right out the box, I haven't tightened it or anything, but I am getting the oil on it a little bit. How's the swing? Swing could be better. I'll try to get that oil worked in a little bit more. It does have bushings, so I am hopeful that it will kind of break in a little bit the more I flip it. I really like the weight and I really like the feel in the hand. The blade, because of this kind of like fully, solid trainer blade design. A lot of trainer blades have cutouts in them to maintain weight, but instead of having a full cutout, it kind of has just this little inset part, which is a design choice that I really like. I've seen a lot of other balisongs, well, more recently, a few more balisongs doing that inset look on the blade, like the Nibali's Cheese does that, and my design, the Boba song, voting is open right now for Create with Nibalis, also does this kind of inset blade shape, which I really do like. The Chaplin's pretty good. It carries momentum very nicely. I'm sure partially in thanks to the, fully open sides because of the sandwich construction and having these weights at the bottom. It does rollovers very well. It carries a lot of momentum. I can see this being very good for a beginner balisong, especially with the price range and also the tricks that you can do with it. Yeah, fans are a little tricky to get started on this thing, so that's something to keep in mind. I can definitely feel the weight distribution in the blade. While the balance, feels reasonably neutral, it does feel a little bit blade heavy, which I do find pretty interesting. A little bit of blade bias I don't mind on balisongs, for sure. Stuff like, like the Prisma, a lot of funky machine-wise stuff has a little bit of blade bias to it. I would be interested to see a version of this that does have the full-length cutouts to get a little bit more weight concentrated more towards the tip of the balisong, so that it can carry momentum a little better for fans, because every time I hit a fan, it is slowing down a little bit. Yeah, but other than that, it feels really good. I would say for $90, if they're able to reach that price point with the production model, is absolutely worth it. Alright, well, that is the BRS Evolve Hex. There's my first impressions. I hope that you enjoyed it. I'll include some B-roll at the end so you can get a closer look at it. Less of this more kind of, unscripted unboxing first impressions thing. Just to take a look at some of the more intricate design details on this thing. And yeah, I would say overall, I'm pretty impressed by it. This is a very good balisong, especially for the value, and I'm excited to see where it goes from here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're going to Blade Show East, I'll see you at Blade Show. Come say hi. Here's what I look like if you didn't know that. And yeah, thanks for watching.